perfect time to answer some questions. Becky's come over, she's going to read them out and I'm going to answer them best I can. So, got them written down. Mrs. Bushwacker printed them out for me, so Becky's going to read them off and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Right, hit me, Becky.
Right, first question is from Sierra Hiker. Okay, how about you telling the viewers about your life? What kind of work did you do? Did you retire early, etc, etc? I think most viewers enjoy knowing their posters' lives.
Cool, blimey, how long we got? I don't know how far back you want me to go. Well, left school, joined the army, left the army, had packed my bags ready to travel the world, or parts of the world. Met my lovely wife, Mrs. Bushwacker. Settled down together, got on the property ladder like I've always been bred to do. Got on the property ladder, worked hard, set up a landscaping business for myself. I like working for myself. Progressed with that, earned more money, got a bigger house, had 2 children, Louise and Becky, got our first golden retriever dog called Sandy. In the meantime I was fishing, carp fishing, used to go every weekend. And then done that for a few years, and then obviously progressed from there and started camping out, and then we done a bit of biking for 4 years and helped train Louise and Becky in their cycling, and they both progressed really well, got onto the Olympic Development apprentice scheme. See cycling for what it was in competitive level, and I didn't like it. Really, I didn't like how it was run and didn't like, what was involved in it. So got out of that, kind of opened my eyes, started re-engaging back into the outdoors and progressing with that, and then it's just got a hold of me really, big time. And I just love spending my time in the outdoors and learning about everything there is, which there's not enough years to know everything, but trying to learn as much as I can. So that's pretty much where I am today. That's brief, but it's kind of broke it down. And me and Mrs. Bushwacker started an internet business about 10 years ago, and that's doing really well. But obviously that's struggling at the moment because of the virus. So yeah, that's pretty much brought us up to date. So that's a kind of brief outline of my past. Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Next question is from Dazza, out and about.
Right, Dazza.
Hi, what are the 3 most home comforts missed, except shower, toilet and bed? Cheers, I've enjoyed your ventures in the bush.
3 home comforts. 3?
Yeah.
List 3.
Apart from shower, toilet and bed. Gotta be YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube. I miss a double bed lying with Mrs. B. I miss that. That's one of the luxuries. So if I did decide to live somewhere like this, you'd have to have a double bed, which is nice. That's 1. 2, YouTube. I miss watching YouTube. I miss watching people, what people have been up to, or people that you follow, what they've been up to. 3. I quite miss much, have I? 3. Home luxury.
Takeaway, as you mentioned earlier. No, not really.
No, exciting.
It's
don't
nice
think I'll
cooking
get
out
to,
there, isn't it?
yeah, I'd rather the money you spend on takeaways, I'd rather just get a nice meal and cook it around an open fire. You can't beat that. 3. I don't think I can name a third one. I don't think I can name a third one. Can you? Help me out here, Becky. One thing you think I've missed at home, a luxury item. Hey, because you said shower, I do like my shower at home, but
and you weren't meant
that's not
to
included.
say double bed either.
Oh, when I?
Nah, it was apart from bed, so that's left you with one at the minute.
Oh.
Apart from shower, toilet and bed.
Oh.
So it's just the YouTube.
it's just YouTube. It's Miss YouTube, I suppose. Telly. Watching telly, documentaries and Alone series. Telly. But
Is that it then?
I've got me telly up here. I've got my nice fire pit now, haven't I? I'd rather watch that.
So you pretty much don't miss anything then?
No, I
on
don't.
That one?
Oh, that's scary. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Because I just realised I haven't missed absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Any friends, family, or?
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak to my friends. I haven't got a massive group of friends anyway. So, yeah, what was items in the home?
You just shout, 3 home comforts.
Home comforts, yeah. No, the answer to that is nothing. my brains, I can't come up with anything.
You're happy here then?
Yeah.
Next question is from Sue Kniveton.
Hi, Sue.
My question is, have you considered going to one of the many British Isles, isolated islands, if permitted to have a camp out? It would blow you away. The peace and tranquility is on another scale.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So that's going to be one of our overlanding trips. We want to do a bit of island hopping. Maybe not next year or the year after. Well, it depends what happens. But yeah, definitely in the future, after Sweden, like to do a bit of island hopping up in Scotland. Isle of Arran, the Mull of Kintyre I'd like to go to. The Hebrides would be nice. Yeah, definitely be nice. Yeah, park the landy up, spend a couple of nights somewhere, and then move on, travel somewhere else, and yeah, way to go. But I'd love to, spend 4 months, 3-4 months in the landy and just go travelling. I'd like to do that. Be self-sufficient in the landy and go off. I like watching some of the Australian guys, they pack their utes up and they're gone for 3 to 4 months. It's a great way to live, and then come back to somewhere like this. That's like paradise, like winning the lottery for me. Yeah, definitely have a go at that. Yeah, I would be in my element. You know me well.
Next question is from Andy Maskaskill.
Hi, Andy.
Haha, I'm guessing the deep "oh yeah" is a reference to the barbecue pit boys.
Yeah, it sure is. They're my favourite outdoor cooks, and I think that just sums up a good meal when you cook something nice and they know how to cook. Yeah, so that is definitely a reference to that, and oh yeah, and I'll be mastering that for quite a while. But yeah, it definitely sounds good, doesn't it, when you've got a nice meal? Yeah, that's that one.
Next question is from Steve Taylor.
Steve.
Did you guys get to sort that sprayer for your daily showers? If so, how did you manage the warm water to fill it?
Yeah, we sorted the sprayer out. It's got really a fine head on there, so just keep that clear. And the water, we will either heat in the Kelly kettle, or I heat it up over one of my big buckets over the fire, over my stainless steel bucket. and then we obviously mix a bit of cold in and try and regulate the temperature. But sometimes we don't do that. We strip wash just in a bowl with a flannel. Yeah.
Second question from Steve. Are you ready for round 2 of the COVID thing, and what are you going to do differently with rations and your daily living if you bug out again?
Yeah, if it comes around again, obviously you can see I'm progressing all the time with the camp, so if it does come around again, I want to be more comfortable, warmer, and not so windswept in the Arctic tent. As for rations, yeah, pretty much do what we've done, to be honest. Obviously get some more rice and more sauces, and yeah, and hopefully, if it was more long term, increase the vegetable patch and start working out what's doing really well and getting some compost down and really going for it. But see what happens. Hopefully a second wave doesn't come, because we're itching to go and do bits and pieces, aren't we?
Yeah. And question 3 from Steve.
Steve, 3 questions.
Where's my lovely fruit bowl? Great idea by you bugging out, as you did, mate. No better medicine than connecting with nature. Remember the first long stay you did? Wish I had the opportunity to do the same as you guys did.
Yeah, cheers, Steve. Yeah, I'll have to get round to knocking you up a bowl. Just so much to do at the moment, but yeah, when it goes quieter or in the winter, I'll try and knock up another bowl. And yeah, thanks so much. But you'll get out there, and if it's for a few days, any time's better than no time. So yeah, cheers, Steve.
Karen Marshall,
Hi, Karen.
Is this your own land, and what area or country is it in?
This isn't my land, it's our friend's land. They give us permission to use it. We've got sole use of the whole area, and pretty much do what we want to do. It's in the southeast of England. So I hope that answers your question.
Next one is from Stephen Bland. 2 questions.
Hi, Stephen.
2 questions. Why do you wear a watch, and do you have a regular job? Great videos in the woods.
The watch thing, it's not just a watch. It's got loads of other bits and pieces on it. It's got an outdoor timepiece, so I kind of use a barometer sometimes, compass sometimes, and obviously force of habit as well. I've always worn a watch from a young age. When I was younger, mum and dad, you got to wear a watch. You got to keep up with the time. Don't be late. So that's kind of inbuilt. Really, I don't really need it. I shouldn't be wearing it really, but it's just a force of habit. But it is an outdoor timepiece, and it's solar as well, so batteries ain't going to go on it. And if push come to shove, I could always trade it in for a bit of food, couldn't I? It's a bit of an insurance on your wrist. Is that?
And do you have a regular job?
A regular job type job. We got an internet business that we've run for years, so we sell online, so we kind of combine the two.
Next one is from Simon Startin. Have you had any hassle from council, etc., for doing this, and how are you financially supporting yourself?
No hassle at all from anyone. It's quite a remote area. I think we've seen 4 people in this woodland, haven't we, since we've been here 3 months. So yeah, no hassle from the official busybodies. Financially, like my last question that I answered, me and Mrs. Bushwacker have an internet business, so we kind of run the two, do 2 things like that. But hopefully, as things progress, do away with the internet business and maybe live this kind of lifestyle.
Next one is from Moses.
All right, Moses.
If you are willing to tell, how many miles from home is camp?
it's roughly about 10 miles from home, from our house, so it's quite easy to pop back. But obviously, you know, we didn't because of the restrictions, because we had everything here anyway. But I've got to the stage where I don't like popping back. I like being up here.
Next one is from Moose Down Under.
Right, Moose Down Under, Aussie, Australian.
Enjoy this very much, mate. Question: would you consider doing this full time? Maybe a off-grid cabin? Would the wife and family also consider it?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to live like this. You know, somewhere. You know, I'd like the whole package really, the lake, the whole shebang. But see what happens. Yeah, I think. Well, Louise and Becky, they love it. Mrs. Bushwacker's, you know, got her family around her, so you know we're connected to the family, so can't go too far. But yeah, definitely love to do it. Definitely love to live an off-grid lifestyle. It's definitely the way to go for me, and Becky and Louise. But yeah, the answer to that, yeah, and maybe we could swap. I could come over to Australia and you could come here, and I could have a huge plot of land.
Next question is from Todd Porter.
Right, Todd.
Has Becky gone for her drivers yet? And will you let her take the Rover? Lol.
Becky's going to do a driving, aren't you, when
this is all
when
over.
it's all over. I think she's going to do a crash course. Hopefully it probably will end up like that, won't it?
Hot crashing.
I think the Landy's more of a man's car, to be honest, although the Queen drives one.
At the time, I think I'm done.
I would let Becky drive on a straight road with no corners and no parking or reversing. I think that'd be good.
You're a joke.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, if she progresses with her driving like she has with her outdoor skills, yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Next question is from Kerry Chubb.
Hi, Kerry.
Dean, are you going to do a meet-up one day?
Yeah.
That was delayed.
Yeah, I'd like to, but whether we get round to it or they get round to it, it's quite hard to arrange. But yeah, definitely, yeah, I would like to do it. There's a lot of like-minded people out there.
Next question is from Ewan Gillies. What's been the hardest part of the overall camp out, and conversely, what's been the easiest?
Hi, Ewan. Hardest part, I think that I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was quite a tough time. I damaged my back, so I was a bit restricted for like 12, 13 days. That was quite frustrating. Obviously your health's everything out here, and if you haven't got your health and physical strength, then it's a problem. So that was, and the second time when Becky ate the last jacket potato, wasn't it?
I don't recall that.
Is that it on that one?
Yeah, that's it.
Was
Oh,
it?
what's been the easiest?
Oh, the easiest moment. I think the easiest moment's when Becky comes around with a cup of coffee in the morning.
Your morning coffees.
But that don't happen very often. If you can get you lay in bed and you get you hear the zip going on the Arctic tent, and then a little face comes in and a little cup of coffee. Dad, got a coffee here. I think that makes it a lovely, easy day. Whole day starts beautiful.
Does it?
How's it started for you? Because I bought you one this morning. Starts nice, doesn't it? And it ends nice. Start your day like that every day. Every day is a doddle, easy.
Next question is from Robert Shand. Why don't you have a washing line?
Why don't I have a washing line?
Yeah.
Hi, Robert. Yeah, I have a washing line. I use my
Ridgeline.
Ridgeline, yeah. I use my ridgeline over where my hammock is, and I'll also hang things off the lines going to the Oz tent, so I chuck bits and pieces over there. But yeah, that is my washing line. I've got loads of Prusik loops on there as well, which you can move things to and fro. At the moment I've got the dog's blankets hanging up there. So yeah, I do have a washing line. Not huge, but good enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it does the job. Next question is from Craig, outdoor cooking, camping and just having fun.
Oh, he sounds like my sort of guy. He's got it all covered there, hasn't he?
Yeah, I like that username.
Yeah.
As a family, what and how has been the best?
What and how has been the best? This trip?
I'm guessing so.
I don't know, it's just, I think you connect with your family better in the outdoors. There's no interruptions with tech, or you can sit down and have a conversation like me and Becky can sit down and talk for hours. So you're not distracted by phones or something on the computer, so you kind of lock into a conversation, and you tend to stick on a conversation a lot longer, and it becomes a more in-depth conversation rather than talking and then, oh yeah, I'll look that up, or oh, I'll research this or research that. You've got to use your own deep thinking. So yeah, that's been good. And just being around, sitting around the campfire, all sharing the cooking, doing different recipes and making the best of what we got in the Oz tent. That's been quite fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, mixing things up.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it's all been enjoyable, really. The whole experience. Yeah, I hope that's covered the question.
Next one is from Pete Newell. He's got a few questions. First one is, what's your background?
Hi Pete. My background, I've covered that pretty much in the last question. So just a a normal background, schooling, and then obviously a bit in the army, and then obviously getting on the property ladder, like I've said. That's pretty much it. And then obviously woke up about 4.5 years ago. So yeah, that's that one. So it's a few questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it a
cover that.
permission or your own land? Do you stay there 24/7 or come and go as required?
It's not our land, it's our friends' land. They give us permission to camp on air and do as we pretty much please. And now we are to and froing a bit more regular because of the restrictions are down. Obviously don't run by what the man says, so I'm just trying to use my own initiative like we did when we come up here. But it's still high risk out there, so trying to stay here as much as possible. Plus I love it here so much. The weather's nice. Why would I want to go home, to be honest? Obviously, comforts and things, but I don't really miss them.
Next question from Pete is, what do you do with waste, human and kitchen?
Human waste, we've got a toilet. If you look through the series, you'll see I covered that. I've had that job the other week when I was trying to nominate someone to do it, because you need someone with small hands, but no one sort of seems to have small hands around here, so I had to go and do it. So I had to get the shovel out and empty the toilet, the waste toilet. So that was 3 months of poops in there.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there that day, was I?
No, so it's 3 months of poops, and then I barrowed all that down and put it all in the compost heap, and I'm going to let that all rot down. Kitchen waste, all the bits and pieces go in the compost heap. Any other waste that we got for plates, there isn't been much as there was. It's just gone into our stomachs. So mainly the main waste has gone into the compostable toilet.
Or the dog gets any waste of ours.
And any the dog eats the scrap ends, and any rubbish, and that goes in a bin bag, and we take it home. We don't burn rubbish here at the moment.
Next question is from John Mumford. Do you own an area of woodland? What do you do for a living? They're quite similar to the other ones, aren't they?
I pretty much covered that question, John. Same again. We just spend time on our friend's woodland. And what was the other part of it?
What do you do for a living?
So, same again. I've covered that. Internet business at the moment. Obviously, earning a bit from YouTube and Patreon as well.
Next question is from Marvin the Martian. Have you found your woodworking skills have improved since you've been there for 3 months? And what's your favourite thing you've made, Mike?
Marvin the Martian. Is that what it says?
Yeah, from the Mike.
Oh, from Mike. Oh, hi Mike. How's things? My woodworking skills have improved. Everything's improved, to be honest. I think the longer you spend in nature, I think everything's evolves and improves. But definitely my hand skills have improved, my strength, my hearing, my sight. I just feel a whole improvement in myself through being outside. Favourite thing I've made out of wood, it's probably that bowl that I done from the book, actually, and to measure it all out and do that. That was quite interesting. It was quite good doing it from a book, because normally most things are from my own head. But yeah, I don't know if it's it probably is my favourite thing. They've all been good. Oh, and I like making that chair. The chair was enjoyable. That was, I see a rough idea from Dick Prenicky and sort of went from there and then put a back on it. So I don't know. They've all been good.
Another one from Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
What's better, a lavoo or a tent?
Well, for hiking, long distance hiking, it'd have to be a tent for long distance hiking because of the weight. Well, it depends on how much you can carry. But if I had to have one piece of equipment for a duration, it'd be the lavoo. I'm not too keen on all these high-tech materials. I like a nice, thick, strong canvas. Especially when you're out in the winds and that. You can see, you know what happened to Becky's tent, where she'd have had the lavoo, single pole, less components to go wrong. Lavoo wins every time. Plus, you can put a wood burner in there, and it holds the heat. I think lavoo's are bulletproof. Hence, that's why the military use them. And if there's 2 of you can have half each. So then the weight's not a problem. But yeah, lavoo every time. The old materials are best. You can't beat canvas like the Arctic. Bulletproof. No, don't you agree, Bex?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully you'll go get one now, Mike.
Yeah, go and get yourself one, or you can have mine if you.
I have been telling him for a while now, but
yeah, mine retails at how much is mine? £965 if you're interested, Mike. And you get delivery for that.
Okay, next question is from Philip Husband. Hi, fantastic camp. Where do you get water?
Hi, Philip. Thanks for the saying the camp's nice. Water. Been collecting rainwater. We've got 2 water butts up the top that we use. Plus, we've got a lot of water drums that we get from home. So it's a combination of the 3 things. Obviously, if I was here long term, then definitely build a water collection system and collect rainwater over the autumn and winter, which would see you through the summer. But obviously, we haven't done that. But if things did get tight or whatever, yeah, definitely a better water collection system, and then progress from there.
Next one is from Steve Connor. Hi, it's hard finding woodland to camp on. Do you have any advice on how to get permission to camp in woodland?
It's really hard, but if we used to do a lot of wild camping, illegal camping as they call it. But you could do that, but if you want a setup or a camp like this, then you're going to have to ask, an owner's permission. Go out and find a piece of woodland that you like, and then go on land registry if it's owned privately, and see who owns it. Pay £3, you'll get their contact details, and you can do it like that. You can find out who owns the land and approach them and say you want to ease your way in. Say you want to do a bit of bird watching or watching nature, and then progress from there. And then say you want to watch some badgers at night, and then hey ho, you've got yourself a little overnighter place, and then camp and hide, and everything comes with that. So that's what I suggest. But yeah, it is hard. England's really hard. Or put £1 on the lottery and you might win it and buy yourself a good 60-70 acres.
Next question is from Charles Hagman.
I appreciate all the questions. Really, really nice. Quite nice sitting up here answering questions.
Yeah, it is nice. You got loads as well. Very, very much enjoy your videos.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Charles.
How far is your camp from your home, and are you employed in any industry?
That's quite a popular question, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 10 miles from home, from here. An industry, like I said, we've got an internet business, so we predominantly do that, work from home, which is quite nice. And obviously YouTube and Patreon as a like a second income, and chopping wood.
Making coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kettle ain't on, is it?
Nah, you just had one. Next question is from Benny Johansson.
Hi Benny.
If this lockdown opens up, you will stay in camp or pack up landy and go out and experience the world?
Yeah, ideally, I'd like this piece of woodland. I'd like to buy this piece of woodland off my friend. Maybe put a dwelling on here or something like that, and go away in the landy and have best of both worlds. But life isn't always perfect. But at the moment, considering the lockdown, I'm going to stay put for a while. Maybe there might be a second wave. Get this camp a bit more established in case there is. Because I couldn't stay at home even in the winter. It'll be too much. Look at that blackbird coming into the camp.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stay at home in the winter. It'd drive me nuts. So trying to build this camp up for the autumn winter if it does come in. If it eases, yeah, I want to go to. I was planning to go to Sweden. I want an overlanding trip in Sweden. I'd like to do Sweden, Norway, Finland, and maybe into Russia or something like that. Yeah, that's so much to do. But one step at a time. At the moment, I'm enjoying my time here. It's been great. Learned so much, and the overlanding can wait. I've got years yet. So see how it goes. Cheers, Benny.
Next one is from JGB Sweeper. What kind of wood are you using to carve your bowls and cups? And do you use the same type for making your camp furniture? Lloyd.
Cheers, Lloyd. Yeah, I use tree wood. I love that one. I've done that in B&Q a few times. Yeah, birch. mainly for carving. It's a lovely soft wood, especially green. You know, cut it and then carve it. And in the summer, don't leave it around too long because it seasons really quick. It's really hard to work with. But yeah, I like birch. Oak's been good. We've done a bit of oak, but it's obviously hard wood. Pine, a little bit of carving with pine, but I think birch is my favourite. All the camp material is predominantly pine because that's what's in this woodland. You know, a lot of the trees that you know have been felled and that in here is pine, so I've been using that, and all our firewood's pine. So and I like pine to make furniture and things with because it's quite an easy wood. It's light to move around, and it's strong. But yeah, pine pretty much for construction, and birch for carving really.
Next question is from Survival Dave. My question is your land close to where you live?
Camera ain't even on.
And do you have to go home to check on your housework, etc.? And do you find it hard when you have to go?
Housework? What? Hoovering and washing up?
As if.
Oh, I do.
No, house/work. Oh yeah. And do you find it hard when you have to go and get supplies?
You're off.
Thanks, Dave.
That's a long question.
And your defender is. There's a emoji, but it hasn't come out, so I'm guessing
it's that.
Yeah.
It's not that, is it?
You never know. Do you want me to read that again?
Yeah, go for it again.
Is your land close to where you live?
Yeah, I've covered that. Yeah, about 10 miles away.
Do you have to go home to check on your house/work?
Occasionally I go home. Mrs. Bushwacker's spending more time at home than me. Obviously she's keeping things tip top at home. But no, I'm kind of keeping my chores up here really. I'm doing all my chores, my house chores up here. But no, I'm loving it. I love it up here. It's just been, it's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. No need to go home, really.
Yeah, the question is, will you go home?
Will I go home? Is that the question?
No.
And I'm glad you love the Defender.
Our next question from the same guy is, do you find it hard when you have to go and get supplies?
Yeah, I don't like shopping at the best of times anyway. If you're talking about food supplies, everything else, equipment and that, we get off the internet anyway. So, but food, yeah, that's been hard. But then we've been getting home deliveries, so. But sort of going back down the supermarket after being in there, I don't know. Online shop, I think, delivered to your doors, I think, or delivered to up here. Be nice.
Oh yeah.
Or a mobile takeaway service. Be nice, wouldn't it? Domino's, and then drop it onto Camp Curry. We could start that drone. Get a drone and do a mobile drone delivery service.
Sounds good.
That's got me thinking.
Next one is from Lundy's Wild Camp /Bushcraft.
Hey, Lundy. We will meet up with Lundy, won't we?
Yeah, I meant to meet him at the show.
Talking about meetups, that'll be a good meet up. Have to arrange that sometime.
Definitely.
Nice guy.
Hi Dean. Firstly, wow, what a great series of videos, mate.
Cheers, mate.
First question is, out of all of this experience, what is the main thing you learned about doing this?
The main thing I've learnt from doing this, well, it's my second time round, as you know. I just think in my younger years, I think overcomplicated things. That's pretty much what I'm going to take from these experiences. Overcomplicated things and wish I'd gained more confidence in the outdoors at a younger age. So being up here has increased my confidence, and realised just keep your life simple as you can. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of money really up here. What do I need up here? Food, money, and a bit of juice for the Land Rover, you know, and obviously maintenance insurance on it. But you don't need all the frills and spills, the mortgages, the insurance, the health insurance, this and that, and it just goes on and on and on. So in a nutshell, I've learned freedom. That's what I've learned. I hope that answers your question.
Question 2 is, what's your next big adventure? Thanks, Jimmy.
I'd like to leave here and then maybe live this lifestyle. That's my dream. Like I said earlier in another question, have a dwelling or something more permanent on here, and live this kind of lifestyle. Do it, you know, more full on, more here, and go away in the landy. You know, do some great overlanding trips. So yeah, that's the future really.
Next question is from Dean Thomas.
Ooh, Dean.
What part of the country is he?
What part of the country am I? England. Surrey. I'm in Surrey. South East.
Oh yeah, not looking for exact location. He said he's up north. Is he in Scotland, Wales or north of England?
I'm down south. South of
The
England.
opposite.
Yeah, south of England. I do like Scotland though, that I'd be tempted with
Yeah,
that.
that's stunning.
And Wales. Yeah, south of England.
Next question is Silas Murray. I think that's how you say it.
Silas.
Yeah.
Silas.
If you could do a live stream, will whatever internet you have there handle it?
Or Silas. Not really. No, we'd have to go on a hike to. There's a big lookout point around here, and do it from there. To do a live stream.
We did do a live stream.
Yeah,
the
we've
other
done.
week,
Yeah, we've done
didn't
one
we?
on Becky's channel. Yeah, if you want to check that out, we will do another one.
Next question is from James.
Hi, James.
As you're up early, do you ever get tired and have a sleep in the afternoon, especially when the weather is bad?
Yeah, if it's a really, really bad day and I've got nothing to carve or anything, I might have a little siesta. And sometimes in the summer, if I get up early, sometimes I'm up, 4:30, 5, and you get that sort of lull in the afternoon, and you think, oh yeah, I might just have half hour and just go and lie in the hammock and have a snooze. And then other times I might just go to bed earlier, and then, but that being outdoors, you get in that system of what nature does. So you go to bed when nature does, and you pretty much wake when nature does. And if you are tired, then yeah, definitely have a little sleep, but not often. But I do have a siesta. It's nice as well, especially if you feel tired and you have that little like 10-15 minutes, and it feels like you've been asleep for hours, and you feel really re-energised. So yeah, do have a sleep. Yeah.
Another one from James.
That's how I stay so beautiful. Beauty sleep. You
might need to do a bit more
You
of
better
that.
go have a sleep, Becky. For a few days.
Weeks. When you're not in camp, how do you feel your days at home, and do you ever get bored, especially in the winter?
Yeah, moaning and groaning. Well, Mrs. Bushwacker curses me because I call it the tomb. I'll come home after a camp out and there's no vision. I feel trapped. There's no fresh air. You're disconnected from all the sounds of the wind, nature, the leaves rustling, Yeah, so I do struggle going home. And how do I keep myself amused? Watch outdoor videos. Don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of watch outdoor videos. I've been watching the Alone series. I love that. I think that's awesome. That keeps me sane at home. I'm indoors, but my mind's out. So yeah, kind of do that. What else do I do? Oh, clean the Land Rover. Like I went home the other day when we done the live stream. Spent 6 hours cleaning the Landy. Have I covered that question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I do at home. Just obviously do a bit of work as well in the meantime.
So, next question is from Roger Meeks. Have you made any adjustments to your loo? Like how you shower, how all of you do a number 2, how far does your woodland go, how wide is it, how long does it go, can you do any work out there? Enjoy. And do you want me to tell you the first one?
Well, I got the first of the toilet. Hi Roger. The toilet is the compostable loo. So the only thing we've done with that is, like I said on the previous questions, I went up there and emptied it. That's gone on the compost heap. I've dug the hole a bit deeper. So that's the only sort of thing we've done with the compostable loo. Showering and that, we dive either in the shower tent or we strip wash, don't we, outside?
Yeah.
We do that. The woodlands, it's about 7.5 acres, so it's as wide as it is deep, so it's kind of a square, so we've got a nice bit to play around in, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
What else was on there? A lot of
can you do any work out there?
work as regards to, I don't know what you mean work, but work as in keeping the camp maintained, work as in chopping wood and that. We're always working, doing something, but there's plenty of work to be done, and obviously maintaining the woodland for deadfall trees and things like that. There's always something to do up here, always busy. And at the end of the day, we're that busy that we're starving, aren't we? We just can't wait to get that fire on and get a nice dinner. So hopefully that's answered your question there, Roger. Right.
Next one is from John H. I enjoy your videos. It's nice to see your family enjoying life together. So uncommon these days with everyone so busy on their electronics, etc. I was wondering, what was your line of employment before bushcrafting and YouTube?
Yeah. Hi, John. That's a great comment at the start. I think more and more people should get out and live a basic lifestyle. Even if it's a couple of days, it's really healthy. It's been great for us, and it real health benefits to this. My line of work, I started landscape gardening around 20 years of age. Worked for myself. I like working for myself. And then me and Mrs. Bushwacker, after probably 18 years of that, we started an internet business selling online, so that kind of progressed and we merged the two together, and then obviously wound the landscape business down and carried on the internet, and now we're developing a YouTube channel and Patreon channels, so that's pretty much my line of work through the years.
Next question is from Kevin Arton. You are actually living my dream, and think it's great that you're going to do a Q&A vid. So my first question is this land you're on? And if not, does it belong to the government? Oh, is this your land you're on? And if not...
I'll do that one first. Hi Kevin. Glad to hear that I'm living your dream. You can make dreams reality if you really want them. You can go out there and get what you want. This is a friend's land that we're on, so they give us sole use of it. We can pretty much do as we please on here. and we've just taken full advantage of it and enjoyed every minute of it, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the first question answered.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
And most important, can I come and stay with you guys for a night or two? And I can bring some supplies as well. Though I know I'm a bit cheeky, but I do like getting straight to the point.
Yeah, you could come and stay. You'd have to bring plenty of meat and beers. So later on we could maybe arrange it, you know, see how it unfolds. But yeah, it would be nice, especially if you're a like-minded person. So yeah, definitely something to consider.
Next one is from Andy Field.
Hi Andy.
How have you kept Resupplied over the 3 months?
Well, we bought a lot of bits and pieces with us, dry food stores when we first came up, so that's kept us going, and we've topped up getting home deliveries. So every now and again we pop back. Mrs. Bushwacker brings us bits and pieces up, so we've kind of done that. Haven't been to the supermarkets, and combining that with our dry stores, that's how we've kept ourselves fed pretty much, and we've done quite well for it, haven't we?
Yeah, it's worked really well.
So yeah, that's how we've covered our food supplies, and sort of every couple of weeks we kind of restock bits and pieces. So yeah, that's worked quite well. And if it comes around again, we'll probably do the same thing, you know, restock our dry stores, and depending on how bad it gets, and then have home deliveries. But some of the home deliveries were a bit few and far between, so some weeks we had to wait a bit longer, but we made do.
Last question then.
Last question. Oh, we done that one as well?
It's this one here, yeah. We've done that one.
Oh yeah, we're getting through them. It's been good this, I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, do one again then.
Yeah, I'll do another Q&A, yeah.
So last but not least is
Best till last.
Yeah, is from Pencils.
Hi Pencils.
It's got 3 questions. How did you raise such level-headed children? It's the first one. I wouldn't say that.
I'm glad you say that, where some people would probably say the opposite, because you know they're doing things so differently to what the norm are doing. I think the key to it really is spending a lot of time from a young age with your siblings, and you know, trying to be on that level, doing things together, sharing things together, and definitely spending time in the outdoors, doing tasks together, you know, having hardships together, wet, cold, not sleeping very well, and bonding that way. I think it's a great form of bonding. If you have hardships together, I think you bond better with your siblings or anybody. But definitely this connects you, doesn't it? You're not only connecting, you're not only connecting with nature, you're connecting with whoever you're with, and you're sharing. It's sharing and doing tasks together, and obviously hardships, like I said, has built a good foundation between the whole family, really.
And I think it's communicating as well. Like, I think we're good as a family.
Yeah.
Really like chatting and expressing ourselves, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no real secrets, is there? Only where the chocolate's hidden and who's got the most biscuits and things like that.
Yeah.
But no. Well, what do you think? Is that what's give you a good childhood? Well, how do you see it from your side of the fence?
Having a focus, something to always focus on, and not just trying to find yourself, not being lost and being told, just fitting in with other people. I think it's just being yourself, being unique, and finding what you like doing. I guess that's the...
Being an individual.
Yeah.
Not a machine like most people, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. Just being unique and that sort of thing. Enjoying what you love doing. Right, the second one is, what advice would you give for people who can't get enough time off work in order to get into the outdoors?
Grab as much time as you possibly can, or if you obviously can get a holiday booked, go and spend it camping or engaging in the outdoors. Even on a lunch break, if you're near a section of woodland, go out and have your lunch in the woodland. So you're immersing yourself at lunch times. When me and Mrs. Bushwacker were full time, really locked into money, we used to grab the Louise and Becky in their prams and take them down to our local fishing lake for 20 minutes, half an hour, and engage like that. But if you really want to do something, you will find the time. I think the thing I learned up here is you tend to think, I haven't got much time to do this, but actually, if you prioritise your life more so, you can find time to do things that you love. So prioritise your time. If you really want to engage, half an hour of a day is I'm sure everyone's got half an hour to get themselves outside, to light a fire and just have a coffee, and then obviously carry on with what they're doing. But it's bad because the more, I think the outdoors is like a drug. The more time you spend in it, the more you want to spend in it. Well, that's worked for me, I don't know. It's worked for you as well like that, hasn't it? But
or even getting a job that's involved in the outdoors, because there's loads out there.
Yeah, that's another way.
And then you enjoy your job, it's not just a chore.
Yeah, have a change of career, get an outdoor job. Yeah, log cabin building in Alaska would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And then the final question is, which of society's current problems do you think would be solved if more people got into the outdoors lifestyle? Quite a good question, isn't it?
I think if everyone engaged in the outdoors, which it cannot possibly happen because there's too many of us, but if everyone did in some shape or form, I think people would be more down to earth, not so money orientated, not so power hungry. I think it would balance people out a bit more. People are greedy and on the gain and driven by ego, and I think nature takes all that away. It levels you out. It calibrates your mind and body to how it should function. Really, that's my take on that. Anything to say to that, Becky, from your perspective?
Yeah, I agree with it. Makes you more down to earth, but I feel everyone would work more as a team as you're doing the same sort of thing. You're all trying to survive really and live instead of just working and living different lifestyles. But I guess you become more true to yourself, don't you, and doing this sort of thing. So
yeah,
I think people
definitely
would become more generous and kinder, and then you probably would lose this idea of money, and you would just be trading things instead of having money. Yeah, and probably mental health would probably go out the window. There wouldn't be obesity and a lot of diseases.
No.
People would be a lot healthier and happier and free. So
I think society would function better, wouldn't it? No deadlines. No money. Since we've been up here, no money's passed through our hands, to operate up here, is it?
no.
And the only thing we need really up here, if you're thinking about, people are thinking about doing this, is you only need food really to live in the woodland, and obviously a few skills, and you can live quite a nice healthy lifestyle. But it does definitely decompress you from society. But the only thing is, it's a double-edged sword. You get used to this way of life, and then it's hard to to readjust back into it.
Yeah, I guess you just get wired differently, and you start thinking outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely think more because you're spending more time, and nature does that to you. I think it definitely balances you. So
Yeah, so society on a whole would probably be a lot healthier, less diseases, no mental health,
yeah,
that sort of thing. Less wars probably.
yeah, well, that's, wars. Nothing. I don't think anything's gained from a war really. But you look at deprived countries. They're some of the happiest people on the planet, and people with everything financially. A lot of them are quite miserable and just working all the time and not really living. And I like that saying. People say, I work for a living. I like to say, I live for a living, which is a great comment. I love that. So, yeah, adopt that into society's regime. Live for a living, not work for a living. Balance, I suppose.
From the one and only Robin Wigley.
Robin!
You kept a lot of people amused over the last 3 months, and you kept me sane. Thanks from partner in crime, Robin from Guys Talk Gadgets. That one a question, but it was...
Yeah. Cheers, Robin. Yeah, I'm glad I kept you sane, as sane as you can be under the present circumstances. Yeah, that's another reason I like putting these videos out, because for people that are, do love the outdoors and just can't get out there, they can live their outdoor exploits through me. Can relate to what I'm doing. I do it when I was at home during the week, and I used to camping weekends. I used to just watch other YouTubers and relate to what they're doing and feel like I'm there with them. So that's another reason I like doing my videos in the way that I've done them, because it feels like you are here with me, and part of the camp, and interacting in the way I do. So yeah, cheers, Rob. Glad you like the series, and all donations are much appreciated, Robin.
Well, that's your end of all of your questions.
That's it, all done. So thanks for all your questions. I've enjoyed answering them, and it's been a lovely location to answer questions. I hope I've answered them all. If I've missed any, because I'm wrapping this up now, some questions would have come through later, I'll have to do another Q&A and carry them forward to the next one. And I want to say a big thank you to John in Somerset for all our nice chats and all your generous gifts that you've been sending the family. And you take care, John.
Thanks, John.
Cheers, John, Somerset. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the great outdoors.